Good morning, Josh Berle here from Project Inclusion and MasterCard, just offering a review of July. A quieter month as we reduce the cadence of meetings given that we're approaching holiday time. However, we've made some progress with the lifestyle and values financial services report, and we've been able to start releasing some of our interviews onto social media platforms, which has been great. They're absolutely fascinating. I would encourage you to take a look at some of them that have appeared there. Lots of support and lots of networking as a result of that. I'm looking forward to quite a few of the others that the team at Algebra have done over the course of the next few weeks. Look out also for the webinar that we'll be arranging as we will come back to school, as it were, after the holidays in September, as that should be an event well worth taking part in. In the meantime, I've been doing a little bit of research into what we can do around looking at the impact on financial inclusion of the pandemic. I'll be seeking out various audiences of people representing the front line, people in transport, security, healthcare, retail, etc., to get their take on exactly how the pandemic has impacted them from a financial inclusion perspective. In the meantime, you'll have heard me talk about our future work programme, looking at things like crypto, savings, open banking, request to pay, etc. So again, if any of that floats your boat, then we'd love to have you along to Project Inclusion. Please do join us. Otherwise, enjoy the summer. Thanks very much indeed.
Right, hello everybody. My name's Kevin McAdam. I'm the project lead for the EPA International Trade Project. I just want to give you a further update on the progress we've made over the last month. We've really had a fantastic month. We've made considerable progress. We have now created a templated international market expansion document that is supporting the Malaysian country. It's built up of a number of different areas. First of all, we have a country profile, which covers, things around the political and economic part of the country. And then we go into a toolkit, a signpost toolkit, that basically covers all the key credentials and issues that you'll need in entering that country. So the categories that we've split it into is into market, is into regulation and legislation, into scheme and payments, and also into setup. So actually how you go about setting up in the country. To further support that, we've also developed a top 10 tips. So that's a sort of a combination of all the information that we've got, just to really give you a very focused activity on what's critical. And we are planning to launch this in early August. So really excited by what we've achieved with that. And that will act as a template for the next 5 countries that we're planning to do. Just a couple of other things to add, that we've also had a very successful webinar this month, where we had some of the companies who are sort of really active in the global expansion come together and share their experiences and what they've learned from entering into those markets. Furthermore, just to add to our actual toolkit, we're also including some interviews from people that are in location, and I think that will really sort of help to bring the actual document together. So great progress, really looking forward to seeing it launched, and I think it'll be a fantastic benefit for the EPA membership. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mitch Trehan and I am the UK Head of Compliance and MLRO at Banking Circle, and I'm also a member of the EPA's Project Regulator. Lots to update you on about what's been happening over the last few weeks at Project Regulator, so I'm just going to dive straight in. We spoke with the FCA last week, covered a number of topics, but a key thing is they asked us to remind members about the requirements for EMD individuals and PSD individuals. Again, key members of management, the MLRO, need to be registered with the FCA as an EMD individual or a PSD individual. And this needs to happen as staff rotate and change as well. The FCA have asked us to send that reminder to all firms to keep on top of the EMD and PSD individual registrations, but also to let you know that they are looking at the rotation and the churn of these members of staff and what that means for the risk profile of firms. We also discussed with the FCA the Dear CEO letter. Again, reminder, industry received a letter from the FCA about firms contacting their clients in regards to the protections and safeguarding versus FSCS. The feedback from the FCA is that they are pleased that the industry has responded to that in the way they have. Consumers have got the message. There hasn't been much noise or feedback that the FCA themselves have heard in regards from firms or consumers, but nor was any expected. So everything has gone as according to plan on that side. They also stated about the COVID survey on financial resilience. That's still ongoing, so please do look out for it. Messages will be coming from the FCA and responses are required in that regard. Project Regulator also recently released a podcast series on crypto regulation. We encourage you guys, if you're interested in crypto, central bank digital currencies and everything in that space, please go to the EPA website. The podcast is there for everyone to listen to for free. And lastly, there has been a consultation on consumer duty and what that would mean for the industry. And that response has gone back to the FCA on behalf of the EPA and the industry at large. The deadline was the 31st of July, so that's already gone in. And we'll wait and see what comes back from the FCA on that. If there's anybody out there that wants to assist in anything that Project Regulator are doing, or if there's anything here that strikes a chord, please do get in contact. There's lots of work to be done, and we always appreciate everyone's involvement. That's the update from Project Regulator this time, and I look forward to speaking to you all again soon.
This is Hugh again from Ozone, providing another update on Project Open Banking. So this week's been a really big week, perhaps even more exciting than what's been going on in Love Island. But Competition and Markets Authority this week have confirmed that the largest banks, the CMA9, will be required to implement what's called VRP functionality, variable recurring payments, to support sweeping use case. So that's to enable, for example, me to move money from my current account to my savings account through a third-party app. So quite specific, but it's really interesting because that's the functionality that could really unlock a huge amount of new payment use cases through open banking, whether that's subscription economy or frictionless e-commerce payments, various different sort of embedded commerce scenarios. So interesting, big news, I think, that will really shape quite a lot of what comes next after this first sort of regulatory stage. So what's been going on within Project Open Banking? It's been a busy period again. Within the team, we spent quite a bit of time looking at the scope and the focus of the project, and we've broken it out into a couple of different work streams. One around community, which is really around education and awareness and celebrating all of the great things that are going on. And there's work going on towards a really exciting white paper that will be coming soon and a whole load of other activity around that. And then the other stream is really around policy, where a lot of the focus has been feeding into and working as part of the working group on the future of open banking payments being led by UK Finance. Some really interesting discussions around how do we remove some of the immediate barriers and what are the right long-term conditions that need to be created for this to really unlock the potential. Lots more coming up in the next 2 months. So the next updates, there'll be plenty more to update you on as well. So thank you.